welcome National Council of Homeopathy Chairman Dr. Anil Kurane sir for inaugurating the scientific session. Sir, please.
Good afternoon. I need your attention, please. Thank you. I am a bad teacher. If there is no listeners, it's difficult to speak. I am representing the homeopathic community here. The first speaker is homeopath. I am being given a charge of National Commission for Homeopathy since 2021. A new act has been brought in to establish National Commission for Homeopathy, which will regulate education as well as the practice of homeopathy. And on behalf of National Commission for Homeopathy, I first congratulate the organizers, the International Forum for Promotion of Homeopathy, for bringing such a platform where they have multi-dimensional activities, the inaugurations of different kind going on simultaneously. It's very encouraging on the part and promising that you have chosen such areas. Like you are inaugurating planting of 1 crore medicine plants. It is essential as on today. If we preserve our national resources, medicines will be available for the future generation. And that is why this movement of planting medicine plants is highly essential at this point of time. And that kind of awareness has to be brought among the cultivators also. And Ministry of Ayush under National Medicine Plant Board is supporting different kind of schemes for establishing medicinal herbal gardens, and that has become mandatory and compulsory for each homeopathic medical college to have their own medicinal herbal garden in their college premises, so that students learn, identify those medicine plants, and they can identify the medicinal virtues of those medicines. You have also thought of taking up homeopathy beyond Kerala. That's why you have inaugurating webinars for Tamil population also. And then you are thinking of going beyond India, that is international, and you are going to inaugurate international seminars in Dubai also. So it's a big dream, can be achieved. I see here a lot of dedication among the organizers. Even I have seen many people are here who are believers of homeopathy, who have experienced homeopathy for their own health. That's why they have joined their hands with this. So I do not want to name each and every person. You can see in the brochure all this team here who have been contributing to success of this. Coming to the main topic, SAHASRA. Philosophically, after one number, there are 3 zeros. One is the unique person, the complete oneself of the person. And that is what we preach in homeopathy. We practice in homeopathy. Body is one structure. It's one human being. It has its own individuality, which we address through homeopathy. And 0 shows the cosmos, the whole universe. If your body functions are not working in tandem with the universe, you are unhealthy. And that's why your bodily function should be harmonized with the environmental changes as well as you are adaptive to all kind of changes. And that is what health says, that you do not fall to sick in spite of changes in the weather, in the universe and everything. So 1000 word is a very unique concept here, and I congratulate for the organizers who have continued to have these webinars on daily basis, starting during the COVID times, reaching out the 100th episode, 1000th episode. I initially, when it started, I addressed one of the webinar at that time when I pointed out what kind of researches have been taken up in homeopathy through CCRS. I was Director General of Central Council for Research in Homeopathy at that time, before joining National Commission for Homeopathy. And we started COVID-related studies. Organizers have now planned a presentation from my side. I will be giving a little more details about the homeopathic, what we have done in research in COVID-19, and how arsenic L130 has proved to be very effective in prevention of homeopathic, this COVID-19. And in that manner, the National Commission for Homeopathy is working towards change in the quality education side. We are here to bring reforms in homeopathic sector, and that's why the curriculum on homeopathy has been now redesigned. It has become a competency-based dynamic curriculum, which runs into more than 3,000 pages. It becomes in its own a big volume, but has to be taught in our homeopathic medical colleges. That should be covered in more than 6,000 of hours of our study in our curriculum. This regulation has already come out as a degree regulation, which has been gazetted now. And we are also into the area of regulating practice. What does practice means? As Justice Haran, he mentioned about ethical guidelines, which we have released from CCRS side, that is good clinical practice guidelines for clinical trials in homeopathy. But it doesn't mean only related to clinical trials, it also relates to clinical practice also. Every clinician who is practicing in homeopathy must follow those guidelines. If you are not documenting each and every aspect of your case record in your clinical practice, you are violating clinical practice guidelines. You must have a documentation of each and every case. I was happy to see that when Dr. Ravish was presenting this documentation of laboratory record which he was maintaining for each and every patient in endocrinology department. These kind of records should be available with all doctors. How they are treating, how they are maintaining the changes in their biochemical parameters after homeopathic medicine. And that you can bring on in a new platform which I will be speaking separately. This is called Homeopathic Clinical Case Repository, which has been formed by Central Council for Research in Homeopathy. This is an online portal. Any homeopath can become a member of that particular portal. You join that portal, upload your personal details, and then you can start uploading your documented cases on that particular platform, and that will become your own property. So you can have an e-module available to you for yourself, so that you can always look back, say 5 years back, I treated such a case, and this is available on your portal. You can always look back to that case, how you treated at that time, which was a rare disease, or it is an uncommon disease, or whether it was a chronic disease. And second aspect, whenever you practice homeopathy, kindly be aware about the practice guidelines, the regulation which has been now brought out by the National Commission for Homeopathy. There are certain directions, certain mandatory guidelines which are there in that regulation. Like you have to follow those guidelines in your day-to-day practice. While you are issuing certificate, while you are making documentation, what should be done and what should not be done. That has to be taken care of so that you do not land up into any kind of a legal issue tomorrow. Because you are a homeopath, you have more responsibilities, as we are facing lot of challenges in the scientificity of homeopathy. If you do not maintain those kind of records, you do not diagnose a patient, you do not bring that on the paper, then you are liable to be acted upon because you are not properly maintaining each and every record of that particular patient. So that will help you in standing out in your profession when you practice in that manner. So have such kind of a documentation with you for each and every case. Practice ethically, follow the directions and guidelines. And third part is registration. That regulation has also been brought out. Each physician has to now update their registration to the state council after every 5 years. It is not lifetime now. You have to update the year's registration details every 5 years. And for that matter, you need not to go to a registration council. It is an online process hereafter. You need not to run for registration every time. It is now a paperless system. Every new student who is passing out from the college need not to go to the state council. He has to just upload each and every document online. He will get registration through email on his email ID. So those kind of now regulations have been brought out where you can make your own registration. Then we have brought out one nation, one registration system. You do not need to have two registrations if you are practicing in two states. You have to have only one registration where you have originally registered. You have to just give an information to the other state that you are practicing in this particular area with a form 5 which is attached with the regulation. Just fill up that form, give it to the state registration council, and you can start practicing any part of the country. So that is what we have started, these kind of reforms in education, in practice, and even for registration. And I will be discussing more on research side. Well, I will give more evidences of research which has brought the scientificity to the homeopathy. We can very confidently say that it is not placebo. Now you can challenge to the Wikipedia if they say it is a pseudoscience. It is not a pseudoscience. It has a science. It has a biological evidence of action of each and every medicine, and this has been proven beyond doubt in laboratory model studies, preclinical studies, clinical trials. So I will be giving all these factual information of research evidences which will be of interest to each and every homeopath so that they can confidently practice about homeopathy for their future also, and they can teach more to their students who are faculties so that they can confidently grow this science of homeopathy for future generation. I hope these deliberations will be of very beneficial to each and every one, and I see all future events of this IFPH to be successful events, and when they move out from Kerala state to outside the Kerala and then to international forum. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. I invite Dr. P. Ashish sir to correlate the Punnada to Sri Anil Kurane sir. So please. Thank you, sir. I invite Ismail Said sir to hand over the memento. So please.